And good evening. Welcome to the Stan Watson Show. I'm your host, Stan Watson. Thank you for tuning into our live call-in show tonight. We're here in Comcast Studio 25, right off of Peachtree Industrial on Malone. Give us a call tonight at 770-559-2999. We certainly will take your call. We have a very interesting show for you tonight, so we'll take a break and come right back and get ready to get started with the Stan Watson Show. Stay there. I'll be right back. And we're back. Thank you for tuning in to our live show again. And thank you so much for tuning in to the Stan Watson Show. Well, our first guest is Miss Trey Taylor. She's the producer of the Tony and Griff Show. She's an actor and a singer, and she has a great story to tell, so we're going to get right into it. Welcome to the Stan Watson Show.
Hello, Stan. Thank you for having me.
Good, good. We were talking a little bit off camera a few minutes ago that you used to sing and used to come to a lot of my parties and stuff in Sandstone.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, well, good, good. I remember your face now, and I just want to know, can you still sing?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, tell us a little bit what you're doing now. First of all, where are you from?
I am originally from Detroit.
Detroit. We won't hold that against you, but it's the Motown. I'm from Memphis, so Stax Motown.
Yes.
We got it. Okay.
And I moved here in 1995. I was going to go to LaFace Records, and they were going to make me famous.
Big record company okay, back in the day, okay?
Yeah. So,
and what happened?
Well, it didn't turn out
You said it didn't turn out that well.
I am famous. I'm famous in my kitchen. I'm
That's
famous wherever I go. But
That's right.
I ended up singing a lot in a lot of cover bands and doing things like that. And then I decided to do my own thing. I thought you need a record deal to make it, and you really don't.
And you thought that was a way to success, the record deal.
But not at all. I did it myself. And so I've been singing and performing all over the world. And bring it full circle to now. I now have a radio show called The Treehouse.
You stopped singing, and now you have a radio show.
I definitely have not stopped singing. I'm performing all of the time, but I'm actually trying to parlay the skills that I have of voice to the radio. I use it as a platform.
I'm pretty sure that you acquired a lot of skills being a singer and having people around you that were putting the bands together, and the manager and the road crew and the rowdies and all that kind of stuff. So you probably acquired a lot of skills. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I actually did all of that, most of that myself. My husband is an attorney, and so he was very helpful.
Right, and making sure it gets done.
Absolutely.
Now, where are you at in your life now? What are you doing now?
Well, as I said, I have the show. It's called The Treehouse on AM 1100.
Okay.
We come on once a week on Fridays. And then I'm also producing another radio show. And I'm getting ready to get into some television production over at Radio 1.
Oh, really?
Yes. So
so you multi-talented is what you're saying.
I am.
And you're successful in your own right. Well, tell us a little bit about your show. What is your show about?
Well, The Treehouse is a lifestyle program. We do news, talk, and music. I like to bring on people that maybe don't get a lot of attention.
So why haven't you had me on there? I don't get a lot of attention.
You are doing just fine.
Okay.
You are doing
all right.
just fine.
I'm doing just fine. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Well, you know, the people that someone might view as the little guy, and so I like to bring shine.
But maybe breaking through right now, and you maybe provide them with that breakthrough.
Exactly.
Okay.
And just to really encourage, embrace, and empower people to do what they've been designed to do, and to show them examples of other people, not just myself, but other people who are doing their dream.
Okay, and so how do you discover, or how do you find these people that might just be right on the edge of being that breakthrough and need that just break? I mean, do you do a talent search, or what do you do?
Well, I do a lot of research because of having the opportunity to produce the Tony and Griff Show. I've come in contact with a lot of PR people who have access not just to the big name stars,
but some people
also
that's trying to make it.
Yes, and so I use those resources to bring things to the forefront. Of course, it has to line up with
what
who I am. I'm the mommy on the mic.
Right.
So,
mommy on the mic, okay.
Yeah, so those are the kind of things I bring to the forefront. Lifestyle includes health, wellness.
Okay.
I'm really big into spiritual well-being, not religion, but just being connected.
Spiritual well-being, being connected.
Exactly, and changing your thoughts, your mindset. So I bring on information like that. And entertainment, dining out, you know.
So a little bit of everything.
Exactly.
A little variety. Sounds like a very good talk show. So how long have you been doing the show?
Well, I launched the Treehouse in November at Beasley, but I started it.
Now what's Beasley?
Beasley Broadcasting.
Okay, Beasley Broadcasting.
It's located in Atlanta. I launched the show on Beasley in November, but I had done the Treehouse. I attended Connecticut School of Broadcasting.
Okay, great school.
Yes, and so I launched the Treehouse there. And as you know, it's a little far out, but it was good.
Is that where Marietta College?
Lawrenceville.
Okay.
Yes, yes. So I got to prepare for what was prepared for me. So November, Election Day actually was the kickoff, and that was a pretty heated show. I'm not really about making controversial radio, but it was a really heated show, and I've been going strong.
Okay.
Yes.
So you got the ratings right away. You're like, okay, it's controversial, so people like that.
Yes.
Now, who are some of the people that you've had on your show that was looking for their breakthrough now that are doing good or doing well?
Well, last week, actually, Stan, you know, with Father's Day coming, I decided I wanted to do something different. A lot of talk is made about dads that aren't there. So I wanted to focus on the daddies that are there, because I know a lot of dads that are there. I'm not talking about being married per se. We want you to be married, but
the dad is in the life somewhere.
Yeah. And so I did a show called Not All Dads Are Deadbeats, and I had a gentleman on.
Say that again, not what?
Not all dads.
Say it in camera. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I will do it.
I'm giving you a hard time. Okay, it's Father's Day. I got to work on this.
Yeah.
Not all dads are deadbeats. I agree. Okay.
Exactly. And so I had a gentleman from Canada. So we're international.
Okay.
He came onto the show.
International.
That's
okay.
right.
I got that.
And we freed a lot of people that day, and that's really the idea. I can get on there and talk about tree. If you know, I've got a story, but everybody's got a story.
Right. Now, some of the people. I'm gonna go back to the original question. Some of those people that you have had to free, so to speak. Were they rappers? Was it a healthcare person? Was it a person with holistic medicine that now is thriving a small business or a part of an act, or they're doing their own thing? Talk about that.
Well,
I like to talk about success, I guess.
Okay, absolutely. There's a lady, Mimi Williams. She's been on my show several times.
Mimi Williams,
And she actually deals with changing your mindset, changing your thoughts. It'll change your life. And she offered classes out in Norcross and in DeKalb County, and it went very well for her, and people love to have her on. I have another young lady, she's a therapist. Her name is Emma Wallace. She actually...
What type of therapist?
She deals with marital, but also teen issues, and she works with Dr. Sherry. You've seen Dr. Sherry on the Braxtons, among other things. But she has been on the show several times, offering a platform of her, of her own. Although she works with Dr. Sherry, she's doing her own thing as well.
Excellent.
So we provide just opportunities, not just for that person, but resources to the people, because you know what, you can go to mainstream radio, that's very good, but we want to give you something different and let you know basically you have a choice.
And a choice.
And I do play music too. I'm a really big...
Well, I didn't think you'd get away from music. Okay, so you're doing a little bit of music as well.
So if I have an hour right now, but we're going to be going to 2 hours very soon.
Oh, you're going to be dangerous very soon. Okay, you're going to blast it out.
Yeah.
A lot of times women and men talk about what they do in later in life, so to speak. And you know, sometimes they say that 60 is the new 50 and the 50 is the new 40. Where are you at in your life right now?
Well, I
don't want to know how old you are. I'm just saying, where are you in your life?
Well, I like to tell people, because I want people to understand that it ain't over.
Okay, it ain't over till it's over. Okay.
I'm 40 years old. I'm married to an amazing man. We have 2 beautiful children, and he's very supportive. And about a year ago, a little over a year ago, about 377 days ago.
Okay, 377 days ago. Okay.
He told me, listen, you need to get out of that cubicle. And I wasn't working full time anyway. But he's like, I'm going to pay for you to go to the school and do what you do, Tree. And so I was a 39-year-old intern. And there's nothing wrong with that, because you can either stay stuck in that box, and there's nothing wrong with working in an office.
Right, yes.
But for me, for you, you know, we are designed for so much
outside
more.
the box, yeah.
And I didn't want to let another minute go by.
Right.
And I had a wonderful job. I had a comfortable job. I could do whatever I wanted to do. And so that's been really a different type of transition. I grew up in foster care and then was on my own at 16. And so I've never not had a steady.
So you've had adventures, is what you're saying?
I've had adventures.
Right. Okay.
I wouldn't say I wouldn't change it.
Yeah.
At this
life
point.
had just been the norm, and you had some different experiences.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, who you're in touch with now? I know that you say you don't like to name dropping, but who's helping you now? I know that right now you're doing the Griff, Tony and Griff show.
Tony and Griff, they're helping me quite a bit. They took a chance on me. I went there. When you're interning, it's about service.
Right, right.
And so you don't.
A lot of people don't understand that. Sometimes you have to volunteer and be an intern to learn the business and see if you can do these things.
Exactly. You don't go in there talking about what you do and who you are
and what I've done in the past.
Yeah, I didn't.
I've been
do
here
all
before.
That.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
And so they kind of just were peeping me out.
Right.
And like, who is this? And threw me in, and so
see if you can do the work.
Yeah, and I don't know. Like no one taught me how to produce. God just really, this is what He wanted me to be doing.
Well, you were producing when you were in the bands, because you had to put all that. You just didn't have it in here. You had it in here, but you did. Okay, let me put it up here and make it work. Now tell us a little bit about the Tony and Griff show.
The Tony and Griff show airs Monday through Friday, from 10 to 12, and it's on AM 1100 in Atlanta. But you can hear it all over the world as well. Tony and Griff just returned from South Africa.
So you're streaming live somewhere?
It's streaming live all over the world.
Okay.
Yes, and so we have a lot. It's a lot of comedy. It's a lot of love and marriage.
You said Griff, didn't you?
Yeah.
A lot of comedy. Okay, I can see that. Right.
I have to reel them in
every now
often
and then.
because I'm about keeping it straight.
Right.
But we have
Mama
a lot of
Mama Mike.
Come on.
I got you. Okay.
We have a lot of great guests. Recently, they added Michael McFadden to the Tony and Griff family.
Oh, really?
So yes,
so he has a segment on.
We need some balance.
Right. So he's a little bit more stern, and a little bit more.
Keeping them on track.
Right, critical sometimes. Yeah.
We have a lot of amazing guests. We've had Debrat on, and oh my goodness, I've had Joel. They've gone to Joel Osteen's church.
Oh, really?
So,
in Houston, all right.
Yes, and I mean, Big Rich Atlanta, Charlinda, she and her sister come on.
I saw the former mayor. Bill Campbell on one of Griff's Facebook pages.
He was there.
Yeah,
he was there. They really do it big, and again, it's just about doing what you were designed to do and knowing that you can do it. You can do it.
Well,
you don't have to wait.
I may have to stay in touch with you because you got a lot of great guests that I might want to be on my show.
Hey, I'm down with sharing.
Okay, all right. You heard that, right?
I mean,
we recorded that. You're going to share some of the people.
I will.
Now, of all the things you're doing and have been in the past and the steps you've taken to get where you are today, is there a book in the making? Is there something that you're already doing?
Well,
you look at me like, why do you say that?
A lot of people say that to me, and I definitely would love to share these experiences with people, again, to empower them to understand that they can pull themselves up. And it really isn't them, it's all of the people around them. When I think about the fact that I didn't have a mother and a father, it's okay. My children have a mother and a father. And those are the kinds of things that I like to, I'm not about being a victim, and I want others to just, come on.
Right.
You were designed for greatness.
So before I let you go, can you tell our viewing audience, the men and women that may be watching the show today, what they can look for in you in the next few years, and give them something positive that they can chew on the way out tonight?
Well, in the next few years, you're going to see me more internationally known, worldwide. Of course, here in Atlanta, where my roots are, we're going to be doing big things in the Treehouse. If you've got a story, if you've got a business, anything that is positive that you want to promote, I want you to call me. I want you to reach out. I am available. I'm going to be doing some TV coming up real soon. We're going to be working with Radio 1 and Willie J. Moore producing a show called Flat Out TV for TBN. And listen, nobody is a little guy in my mind. As I said, you can be fabulous and famous in your kitchen. Whatever you do, do it with excellence. And get your mind right, because the mind is the battlefield. When you wake up in the morning, just set everything in motion for a magnificent outcome to the day.
I couldn't say that any better. That was Miss Trey Taylor, and she said she's the Treehouse. The Treehouse, okay, producer of the Tony and the Griff Show. Did you give me your phone number?
My phone number is 404-441-7861, and you can reach me at Trei, TREIHOUSE radio.com. You can email me at Trei, TREI@gmail.com.
All right, Miss Trey Taylor and the Treehouse. Tell Griff I say hello.
I will.
And everybody else I might have on your show because I want them on my show.
Okay, very good.
All right, good. Well, I hope you enjoyed the first segment. We're going to take a quick break. You've been watching the Stan Watson Show. Stay right there. I'll be right back.
And I lose my pride, yeah. Would you mind if I made love to you till I'm satisfied once again? 'Cause I never felt this way in my heart before. Love found a way in my heart tonight. Once again, 'cause I never ever felt this way in my heart before. Love has found its way in my heart tonight. Hey, what you might want. Oh, Lord, would you mind? Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Would you mind, baby? All right. Gonna look into your eye, hypnotized. Make me feel your baby till I'm satisfied. Look into your eye, hypnotized. Make me feel your baby till I'm satisfied. Look into your eye,
And welcome back to the Stan Watson Show. Don't forget tonight to call me at 770-559-2999. We will take your call. Our second guest tonight is Ms. Luz Barrero. She's with DeKalb County, and she's the Deputy Chief Operating Officer for Development. Welcome to the Stan Watson Show.
Thank you.
How you doing? Seemed like it was just today. I saw you earlier today.
Delighted to be here. Thank
I'm
you.
delighted to be here. Now, tell us what you do in your role at DeKalb County.
I am the Deputy Chief for Operations and Economic Development. So essentially, I oversee the departments that promote economic development in DeKalb County.
Okay, great. I know we have been talking for a little while about economic development in DeKalb County. You're on the bus trip that we took to Birmingham. Talk a little bit about, if you will, where you think our development and our economic development is going in DeKalb County, and how you think we're going to get there.
I think we have a great opportunity to develop a strategic direction that is more proactive so that we can attract more businesses to the county, that we can grow our existing business base, and that we can have some specific priorities where the county can invest funds in the future, and that we move away from being reactive to our economic agenda. So I think we have that opportunity by creating a relationship that is stronger with the current development authority.
That's right, okay. I think that's excellent. Development authority plays a big part in what we do. What do you say to the people out there that say, well, we have missed a boat in the past. We missed the Clorox plant, they went to Forest Park. We missed the Caterpillar plant, they went to Athens. We missed Baxter's Pharmaceuticals, they went to Social Circle. You know, we missed the T and telecom, then went to Alpharetta. What are we missing in DeKalb? What are we doing?
I think one of the things we haven't done well has been to position our assets, the great things the county has, as an attractive opportunity for new businesses to come and take advantage of those assets. For example, we have a great educated workforce from Emory University.
Great colleges in DeKalb, Oglethorpe, Emory, Georgia Perimeter. Oh yes, Mercer, yes.
Yeah. So we have a phenomenal, well-educated workforce that is available to support new companies to come to DeKalb County. I don't think we have done a good enough job to present that asset to potential companies wanting to relocate.
I would agree with that. Okay.
I think we also have an opportunity to repackage as our economic development tools so that companies understand better what opportunities from a financing standpoint they could take advantage of. That's the beauty of having a strong development authority that can finance or provide financing tools to new companies.
Yeah, new companies want to be stabilized and maybe able to help them financially. Okay.
Absolutely.
Now, what do you say to those persons that may be watching the show tonight that, well, it's hard to do business in DeKalb County. Our permitting process is cumbersome. I go from floor to floor to get stuff done. I can't get a license. I can't get a permit. What do you say to those people now and what you're doing to make it better?
I say that we have listened to the issues they have presented to us, and we have taken a very direct approach to overhauling our entire permitting operations.
Okay.
So what we're doing now is we are planning a two-phase project whereby on the first phase of the project, we're going to take a series of short-term changes that will significantly improve the speed at which we issue business licenses.
The intake area.
Not just intake, but we're going to take it one step further. So, for example, we put in place a major projects team approach to handle larger scale projects. As an example, the DeKalb Farmers Market is expanding. To handle that project, this is upwards of $10 million investment. To handle that project, we put together a team of experts from every one of the different functional areas of the permitting process to come together and do a pre-application meeting with the team of architects and engineers that are going to be driving this project. As a consequence of that, the permit applicant is able to address a series of issues that will speed up the permitting process, and will have a single point of contact in the permitting office. So moving forward, they can easily contact us.
Yeah, because I think I've heard over the course of my few years in the county that it was too many hands touching applications and we never got anything done.
Yes. So, you know, we also have done something that is really practical and important for people to know. We are implementing a same-day pilot project.
I saw that. Okay.
So
has it been rolled out already?
Yes.
Okay.
We just began it in May. So the last Friday of every month, we're doing a one-day permit project where moving assist, so companies that are moving from a suite to another, or that are making no significant changes to their current space, can have their permit application reviewed and issued in the same day. We're doing the same thing for some certain types of business licenses, residential additions and alterations, so that customers in DeKalb County now can come to the county in the morning, bring their application for this specific type of permits, and live with it in their hands.
So we're kind of streamlining what we're doing to make sure that we can get them in and get them out so we can do business, because that's a vital part of what we're trying to do with economic development.
Yeah, it's kind of taking advantage of the low-hanging fruit.
Right.
You know, making changes that can be done quickly, while the big overhaul can occur on the phase 2 of the permit improvement project.
Who are some of those outside people that we may call key stakeholders in working to make sure that we can attract economic development to DeKalb County? like the school system and the chamber? Who are some of the other stakeholders?
So, you know, the state Department of Economic Development is one of our big partners.
Right. And that's very important in our relationship with the state of Georgia.
Oh,
okay?
absolutely. They help us with business recruitment. They also help us with studying business relocation processes. They're a good source of referrals. But the Chamber of Commerce is a very important
very
partner.
Important piece.
They help us with promoting our brand. They help us to rethink the way in which we should portray DeKalb County to the business community and to the world at large.
Excellent.
Because we're in a global economy and we should be thinking about attracting businesses from all over the world.
Okay. Let's try to do an exercise where we tell the public some of the things that we have in our toolkit to bring economic development to DeKalb County. So I'll mention the name and you just give us a snapshot of what it is, okay?
All right.
You ready to go?
Let's
all right.
see.
Enterprise Zone.
So this is a program whereby DeKalb County can put in place opportunity zones. Opportunity zones provide the ability to new businesses to create jobs and earn a tax credit, a $3,500 tax credit from the state of Georgia for every new employee they bring to the county. And this for a period of 5 years. So it can be significant money and it can be a tremendous gain for a new employer.
Anything over 1,000 people is almost $1 million. I try to equate it like that.
Absolutely.
Tax allocation district.
So the tax allocation districts provide it's essentially a financing tool where instead of you freeze the taxes at a certain point for a specific project, and the monies that are generated through that process are reinvested back in the project for the length of the financing of that project. So if it is, you issue a government bond for a period of 10 years, during that period of time, the taxes are frozen. But after the project is over and the 10 years are over, then the business can begin paying taxes. Yeah, meanwhile, they can reinvest into
our community, into the project. All right, you got two more before I let you go. Okay, overlay district.
So overlay districts are mostly zoning districts, and these are generated by the community. The community comes together, thinks of their neighborhood, the area where they live, in a creative way, and say, we want the community to look like this. Okay, to have these distances from the sidewalks, to have signs that look like this, to have more arborization, etc. And they put together a series of conditions and requirements for future development.
And it's in an area specified on a map with the census and all that kind of thing. All right, last one, they try to push me out. The last one I think is CID.
CIDs. So these are community investment districts. So business in a particular neighborhood, in an area, come together to simply invest in their neighborhood. They contribute, they tax themselves. It's a self-taxing mechanism.
Like they do in Dunwood and other areas. I wanted them to kind of get a picture, a snapshot of that.
So they create a fund with this money they tax themselves. And they dedicate that money to certain activities. For example, more security or landscaping.
Beautification stuff,
etc. So as a result, you end up with areas of the county that are investing in their own well-being and have a higher quality of life.
Right, okay. Before I let you go, you got to tell our audience this and the people that are watching tonight, how important is code compliance and keep DeKalb beautiful in our efforts to attract businesses to DeKalb County?
Very, very important. We have a terrific code compliance operation, but we have there are also opportunities to improve. As a matter of fact, we're going to undertake an initiative to consolidate some of our code compliance operations to make it more nimble and to augment, quite frankly, the code compliance workforce. But you know, working together with the police department, we do specific raids on certain areas to make sure that we identify those
and that's commercial and residential.
Yes, perpetual violators of our code to encourage people to keep their neighborhoods clean, beautiful,
That's
to
right.
make sure that people feel safe
Excellent.
and welcome in DeKalb County. And that's why code compliance plays such a critical role.
Excellent. Well, wonderful. Well, Ms. Barrero, I've enjoyed you coming, making sure that we know a little bit about code compliance, keep DeKalb beautiful with a tax allocation district overlay. We educated the public tonight. Is there a number if somebody wants to know what they can do to help bring the people into compliance with what you're trying to do with our permitting process, may have a question about permitting?
Sure. Anybody who's interested in reaching out to me, 404-368-6407.
Okay, give it to them one more time.
404-368-6407.
All right then. I enjoyed having you. That was great.
Yeah.
Ms. Luce Barrero is with DeKalb County Government, where I am as well. She's the Deputy Chief Operating Officer for Development. You can reach her office. If you forgot the number, call my office at 404-371-3681. Well, we got to get ready for the next segment, so we're going to come out and we'll be right back. You're watching the Stan Watson Show. Stay right there.
Grilling. What's your favorite? At Kroger, you'll find low prices and great ideas for every cookout. From fixed-up burgers and dressed-up dogs to advice on grilling that perfect cut of meat. Great food, low prices at Kroger.
Turn off the lights and light a candle. Tonight I'm in a romantic mood. Yeah. Let's take a shower. Shower together. I'll wash your body. Wash mine, yeah. Rub me down in some hot oils, baby, yeah. And I'll do the same thing to you. Just turn off the lights. Come to me. Girl, I wanna give you a special treat. You're so sweet. Turn off the lights and let's get cozy. See, you're the only one in the world that I need. I wanna love you all over.
And we're back, and thank you for tuning in to the live Stan Watson Show tonight. Hope that you're having a great week. We're going to jump right into our next segment. We have Ms. Crystal Rice, who's the owner of Active Care here in Decatur. Welcome to the Stan Watson Show.
Thank you.
How you doing today?
I'm doing great.
You live in Stone Mountain?
Yes, I do.
How long you been in Stone Mountain?
I've been here for almost 20 years.
Oh, you're from DeKalb County. So where were you born?
I was born in Chicago
Okay,
originally.
but you came here?
Yes, I did.
To
Go to school, go to college.
What school, college?
Morris Brown.
Oh, okay. The old Morris Brown?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. Tell us a little bit about what you do now. You have a company that deals with seniors, I understand.
Correct.
Okay.
I'm a home health care agency.
Home health care agency.
Yes, and we, our core are seniors, but we also provide services for individuals.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, if they're recovering from surgery or if it's a workman's comp situation,
Mm-hmm.
but our core is to serve seniors, help them stay active in their homes. And
So it's just seniors?
No, it's not. It's
Okay.
individuals, such
Individuals.
as yourself.
Okay.
You were to-
No, I ain't ready to get no surgery. Hold on, wait a minute. Okay.
No,
just
I'm
kidding,
not
just kidding.
gonna.
Okay. All right, so you help seniors and individuals as well.
Correct.
Now, so it's similar to, it sounds like a daycare,
No,
almost,
we
adult daycare.
actually, I'll send out CNAs
Okay.
and home health aides.
So certified
to
nursing
your
assistants
home.
go out to
Right.
the homes, and so you kind of pull your nurse, and you have LPNs, RNs as well?
Yes.
How serious does it get where the type of person or type of patient that you have in your intake process?
They should be able to get around at home.
So some ambulatory features can walk on a cane or walk or something.
Yes. As long as they're active at their home, they don't need to go to a nursing home. And that's what we want to do is prevent that.
So you kind of keep them in the community, show them some life skills, those kind of things, and try to keep them from going.
Keep them in the home. We can help them cook, go to the grocery store.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we can take them to the senior centers to do activities, to the mall, anything.
So how many people can you take care of at one time with your CNA? 3 to 4?
Well, in a given day, I try to limit it to 1, maybe 2,
really?
depending on how many hours a person has taken service for. Such as if it's a morning service, then that person can service that person in the morning.
So they take that person that morning, okay.
Yes, and then if it's an evening situation, someone could need care like Alzheimer's or dementia. Someone may want service all night because that person may be getting up in the middle of the night and you don't want them to
so you're not really the primary caregiver. The primary caregiver may be a relative or a significant other or a husband, wife, somebody, and then you just kind of help out.
Yes.
Okay.
And respite care, because family members need a break also, and they're doing that 24 hours a day. It's really hard for family caregivers. And we also have created an environment for family caregivers. We have a meetup group that meets once a month, and it's an environment so that they can vent and exchange
Almost
ideas.
like a little talk show, huh?
Almost,
almost like a talk show. Well, guess what my week was like, okay. So do you ever help them inside the house with cleaning up and those kind of things?
Yes,
Okay.
all our caregivers do that. We don't just like for them to just sit and watch someone. We want them to assist and also help dust,
talk
clean
and
up,
all kind of
clean the
things, make sure,
kitchen.
right.
And if they have pets, they can assist with the pets also.
Oh, okay. Now, are these patients mostly Medicare or Medicaid eligible?
Both.
Both, okay.
And they can have long-term care insurance or they could pay for it privately.
Okay, well, most of it's billed through reimbursement for Medicaid or Medicare, I guess.
Sure.
Okay, but they can have private pay as well.
Yes.
Okay, well, good. Now, how long have you been in this business? What drove you toward
this? Is my second year.
Passion seems to be. Okay.
Yeah, I had a franchise coach because I was looking into starting my own business.
Franchise coach, okay.
Yes,
and this is one of the franchises they push you to? Or you just looked at it?
He guided me, actually. He sent me several different topics to choose from based on our conversation.
Right.
And this was one of the ones I chose, along with pet care, because I love pets also.
You do pet care? Okay, well, I got a dog at home. Talk to me after the show, okay?
We can take care.
Great, okay, wonderful, okay. And so you've been doing this for about 2 years.
Yes.
Now, do you want to grow your business? Are you satisfied with the number of census patients you have right now?
We service DeKalb County, Fulton County, and Gwinnett County.
Oh, my
so
goodness.
we are ready to grow.
Well, that's great.
Tenfold.
So are you looking for additional nurses or just certified nurse assistants? Who are you looking for? What's your workforce?
We're always hiring because clients have different needs. So even though I may have someone scheduled to service someone for 8 hours, I need someone else to take care of another client to do another session.
Sure.
So we're always hiring people because people have other jobs also,
right.
You know, and other family members. So we try to accommodate everybody.
Now, how do you get your staffing? Do you do a staffing service? Because sometimes you want to make sure the right people go to the right home, and you just can't send anybody to a person's home.
No.
So how do you do your staffing or your background checks?
We post ads on Career Builder and Craigslist, and we do extensive background checks. We do a national background check.
Certainly. Okay.
And when someone calls to take out service, I go to their house and I see, interview,
you do the assessment and the consultation to see, okay, what their actual needs are.
What their needs are,
and
you almost, RN also.
Also, you almost need to know what kind of person to send back in.
Right, exactly.
So when you go to your initial assessment, I heard you say that you have an RN with you.
Yes,
and so
they have to do an assessment. That's required by the state.
Okay, so you're actually then governed by the state.
Yes.
What agency is that?
It's Department of Community Health.
Okay, Department of Community Health. So they actually give you a license to have people come out and visit your business and make sure you're doing correct things.
Yes.
How often do they come out to see you?
Once a year.
Annually. All right, we got to get more money out of the state annually. Okay, just once a year. Well, good. Well, glad to have you. I want you, before you leave, to tell us how we can get in touch with you, because there might be, and there are a lot of seniors in DeKalb County. We're living longer. We're living healthier seniors. They say now 80 is just a great age to be.
Exactly.
And like my mom just turned 80 on July 1st. So if the senior citizens out that's watching, or some people watching that may have some parents, can you get information to them how they can contact you?
Sure. Our website is decatur.acticare.com, and our local phone number is 770-879-3400.
Okay. Anybody want to give a shout out to? You live in Stone Mountain.
Oh, my mom, which
Okay.
she's here with me,
Okay.
and my
Hey, Mom. Oh, I'm sorry. Hi, Mom. I'm on camera one. I'm on one. Okay, hey, Mom.
Grandmother.
Okay. Hi. Grandmother too?
Yeah.
She's out there too?
No, she's not out here.
She's at home watching?
Yes.
Hey, Grandmommy. Okay, all right, we're just giving a shout out. Okay. Well, wonderful. So thank you for coming by and let us
Thank
know
you
if we
so
can help
much.
you. But I think you got a great service
Yes.
to the community, always taking care of those that have gone the extra mile for us and now living longer. We have to take care of them.
Absolutely.
Okay, what church you go to?
I go to Martin Street Church of God.
Oh, see, I knew I saw it in your heart. Okay, great, great. You got to have that kind of heart to deal with people.
Yes, that's true.
Excellent. All right, well, good. We'll take our last break and come back. I'm going to have some announcements for you, some things that's going on. The first thing I got to tell you about my golf tournament coming up Friday. But if you stay right there, guess what? I'll come back and tell you a lot about it. Stay right there. I'll be right back.
No, it wasn't.
Today I saw somebody who looked just like you. She walked like you do. I thought it was you. As she turned the corner, I called out your name. I felt so ashamed. It wasn't you. Wasn't you? You are everything, and everything is you. Oh, you are everything, and everything is you. Oh, you are everything, and everything is you. How can I forget when each face that I see brings back memories of being with you? I just can't go on living life as I do, comparing each girl to you. No, they just won't do. They're not you. You are everything, and everything is you. Oh, you are everything, and everything is you. Oh, you are everything, and everything is you. If you want something to play with, go and find yourself a toy. 'Cause baby, my time is too expensive, and I'm not a little boy. No, no. If you are serious, little girl, little girl, little girl, then don't play with my heart. It makes me furious. Oh, but if you want me to love you, then baby, I will wait.
man, thanks for letting me come into your home tonight in our live call-in show. I didn't get a call tonight. 770-559-2999 is the phone number here in Comcast Studio 25. Are you a golf fanatic? Well, can you play golf? Well, if you can't play golf, this Friday I'll be hosting my 16th annual Father's Day Friday golf tournament. Spaces are limited. Individuals and team are registered now, so look for the perfect gift for your father or your significant other. Let them play golf this Friday. Give us a call at 404-371-7031. Her name is Nicole Sims. She'll take your team and your whole sign. We're going to help with some beneficiary help financially with the South DeKalb. No, I'm sorry, that's with the Porter Sanford Performing Arts Center and also the Scottsdale Child Development Center. So Performing Arts at Porter Sanford and the Scottsdale Child Development Center will be beneficiaries of our golf tournament. Walmart invites the community to a grand opening. Memorial Drive Walmart Supercenter will be hosting its official grand opening on Wednesday morning, tomorrow morning, from 7:30 to 8 a.m. The community is invited and encouraged to attend. The address is 5945 Memorial Drive, the brand new Memorial Drive store at South Harrison and Memorial Drive. So come by. This place should have about 250, 300 jobs, so go by and see them. So it's tomorrow morning, 7:30 to 8 o'clock. DeKalb Workforce Development will host an open house and job fair on June the 12th. The office will open with a ceremony at 10 a.m. June the 12th at 751 DeKalb Industrial Way. The job fair will follow from noon until 4, and you want more information, go to www.dekalbworkforce.org. We're looking for workforce. In an effort to support Employ Georgia, Big Miller Grove Missionary Baptist Church, Legacy Harvest Foundation, Beverly Cunningham Outreach Program, ARP, and the Georgia Department of Labor will be hosting the Career Guidance Expo 2013 on June 22nd over at Big Miller Grove. This event will feature job readiness, job exposure, resume writing, those kind of things. So if you know someone needs a refresher course on how to get a job, you can call 404-298-3990 for event information and registration. And then finally, I like this because we're having our final stormwater utility town hall meeting, and that will take place next Thursday, June the 20th. Next Thursday, June the 20th at 6:30 at the Tucker Reed Cofer Library to discuss a proposed rate increase. You know, we're trying to increase our stormwater utility fees right now. And so we want to see if you want us to improve by maintaining or increasing the fee. And you can call Nicole Sims again, my policy manager, at 404-371-7031. I need you to come out to this event that's on the 20th, next Thursday at the Cofer Library in Tucker, and we'll make it work. So I hope you got those announcements. If you didn't, call my office. 404-371-3681, and we will get those out to you. Well, let's move to our next guest, a great group. I had them in my Easter egg hunt and our Easter egg event, and that is the Christian duo of New Purpose. Welcome again.
Hi, how you
doing? Good to see y'all again. How y'all doing?
Doing great. Thank you for having us.
Y'all still singing strong?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Well, what are you doing now? What have you done lately?
Woo. We've been to Chicago. Our last trip to Chicago.
Okay.
Yes, to a prison facility to minister to a couple of young boys that had been locked up, and very good experience. And also to some mothers that had lost kids to gun violence.
Oh, really?
And it was about 100 of them, and over 500 kids got killed in Chicago last year. So due to gun violence.
So you was doing a little bit of ministering up there.
Yes, sir.
What do you have on tap in DeKalb County or Atlanta, metropolitan Atlanta, in the next few weeks or something?
Ooh.
Sea room, and where y'all gonna be? I know y'all gonna be somewhere. I know y'all get around.
Yes, sir.
Well, actually, for the next 2 weekends, this weekend we're going to Nashville to do a little dinner thing with Dr. Bobby Jones.
I was gonna say you went to Nashville and go to Bobby Jones, Dr. Bobby Jones. Bobby sing half a song. Okay, turn it over. Right. Okay, right.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's good. That's good. So you're moving up. Look like your ministry is getting stronger.
Yes, sir.
Okay, God seems to be blessing you with new mercies and making sure you get exposure.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, that's good. Now, I know you guys gonna do 2 songs, and the second song, I'm gonna let you take me out. What was the first song you're gonna do for us? Was it written by you guys, or tell us a little bit about the first song?
Yes, sir. We wrote and arranged all the songs on our CD, actually. And the one we're going to sing is called Been Blessed, because a lot of times we keep, been blessed. Because a lot of times we keep looking forward to blessing that God is going to give us, but we keep forgetting about the ones that He's already blessed us from.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. Amen. And that's the first song. What about the second song?
The second song is Don't Ever Give Up, because a lot of times you feel that, you know, what you got is not worth fighting for, but it really is. We only been in the ministry for 4 years, but within 6 months, we got national distribution with CE Records and Central South Distribution.
So y'all able to buy a few groceries?
Yeah.
Been blessed. Been blessed. All right, that's wonderful. That's good.
Sir.
All right, before I let you go and we go to break, I want you to give them your information. So if somebody want to hear you sing tonight and want to come back and call you, give them that information before we go on break.
You can find us on www.nupurposemm.com. You can find us on Facebook at New Purpose, or you can go to Twitter. I mean, we're everywhere you want to be.
Instagram, Reverb Nation, www.newpurposemmm.com.
All right, social media all over the place. We're going to take a quick break or come back, and you'll be listening to New Purpose. Stay right there. We'll be right back.
Amen.
All right, y'all do it. Go ahead.
Okay. And won't you be my love? Let our dreams combine, be made to me. Yes, be fate to me. Be won't you be my love, so I can love you all the time, be part of me, girl, be the heart of me, baby, be mine.
That won't expire. Satisfaction guaranteed, he'll take you higher. You gotta learn how to see the invisible. Hear me clearly, there's nothing impossible. No job, he kept me, no food, he fed me. Sick, he healed me. Saints, can you feel me? He picked me up, turned me around. He gave me peace, my burdens down.
Say I've been blessed.
I thank my Lord every day. I've been blessed. Thank God I've been blessed. Can't you tell I've been blessed? My kids, my home, God gave me, I'm blessed. He holds the key to my life. So glad I'm blessed.
If you just hold on,
He'll pull you through. Take away the pain, turn your gray skies blue. Just a little faith goes a long way. Now you've been blessed. He did it for me.
Come on, saints, put your hands together.
For you.
That's right.
There's no secret what God can do.
Amen.
This is my season.
Yes, it is. Come on.
This is my year.
Well, speak it then.
I speak blessing in the atmosphere.
No more chains.
No more chains.
We gotta reach down and take those shackles off.
I've been set free. I see the light. I found my way. Let's bow my head. It's time to pray.
Every night I'm down on my knees, begging the Lord, begging and please, thanking Him for my life and my kids. Forgive me, God, for all of my sins. When times get hard and life get rough, I look to the sky and I raise Him up with J-E-S-U-S. No matter what comes, I tell you I'm blessed.
Hallelujah. Every day I've been blessed. Thank God I've been blessed. Can't you tell I've been blessed? My kids, my home, God gave me a blessed. He holds the key to my life. So glad I'm blessed.
If you just hold on,
He'll pull you through. Take away the pain. Turn your gray skies blue. Just a little faith goes a long way. Now everything's okay. Yeah, you've been blessed.
I've been blessed. I've been blessed, blessed, blessed. I've been blessed.
Pass my test, much success, happiness. I've been blessed. Hallelujah.
All right, that was New Purpose, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you liked it. I really enjoy them, and this is the third time I've had the opportunity to see them. Well, don't forget to have a great week this week. I'll look forward to seeing you on next Tuesday, but more importantly, I'll see you this Friday at the golf tournament. I'm going to let New Purpose go out with a new song they said. Tell me that again?
Don't ever give up.
Don't Ever Give Up by New Purpose. I'll see y'all next week. Y'all have a great week.
Come on. Clap your hands and groove with us. Come on.
Hallelujah.
Trials come to make you strong.
All your troubles won't last long.
Trust in Him and just hold on.
Don't you ever give up, no.
Weeping may endure a night.
Just remember to speak.
I know He'll make everything alright.
Don't you ever give up.
I'm reminded of the time when joy was hard to find. No peace would come my way. I didn't know what to pray, so I opened up my word. Jesus' voice I heard.
What he say?
My child, I never leave you, so don't you be afraid. Now if you wish to have it, just reach up and grab it. Hold on to your dreams, no matter how hard it seems.
Trials come to make you strong.
All your troubles won't last long.
Trust in Him and just hold on.
Don't you ever give up, no.
Weeping may endure a night.
Just remember to speak.
I know He'll make everything alright.
Don't you ever give up. Looking at the situation I'm in, a place I've never been. It's so deep I wanna shout. Can't find my way out. I know God can deliver me. He'll set my soul free. And now I'm here to stay, 'cause His love has made a way. Now if you wanna have it, just reach up and grab it. Hold on to your dream, no matter how hard it seems.
Trials come to make you strong.
All your troubles won't last long.
Trust in Him and just hold on.
Don't you ever give up, no.
Weeping may endure a night.
Just remember to speak.
I know He'll make everything alright.
Don't you ever give up. I'm talking to the frustrated.
Don't give up.
Those who've been manipulated.
Don't give up.
Feeling a bit distracted.
Don't give up.
Just let God have it.
When life don't seem so perfect, or you can have a guilty verdict.
At times it may seem hard.
All you gotta do is look to God.
Trials come to make you strong.
All your troubles won't last long.